Subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest updates. Tropical Storm Conson is over the central Philippines this morning and is bringing significant impacts to those areas. And it's currently at 12 degrees north, 124.3 degrees east. We have it with winds of 70 miles per hour, or 113 kilometers per hour, with a minimum central pressure of 988 millibars, and it's moving west-northwest at 12 miles per hour, or 19 kilometers per hour, and is a stage 3 on CDPS, meaning that considerable damage is possible right now in the central Philippines, as it is impacting land areas. I will say, as a fairly compact system, as you can see, that storm size threshold is really low with this. Again, a stage 3 means that considerable damage is possible right now in the central Philippines, where it is impacting land. The current wind field, as I said, is pretty small. You can see the northern quadrants 40 nautical miles, and to the southern quadrants 35 nautical miles. So this is very small, but it's in the right place to be impacting many areas in the Philippines. The current distances, these are likely out of date by now. It's 56 miles or 90 kilometers from Masbate City, 101 miles or 163 kilometers from Tobacco City, 134 miles or 216 kilometers from Naga, 152 miles or 245 kilometers from San Francisco, and 287 miles or 462 kilometers from Metro Manila. And that map on the left there, courtesy of Pagasa, shows the signal warnings that are in place. We have signal 3 warnings in place now. The current intensity estimates, Pagasa is at 80 miles per hour, we're at 70, the JTWC and ADT are at 65, and the JMA is at 60 miles per hour. So a bit of a spread on that intensity estimate, but nonetheless, it is a significant storm. Here's the JTWC cone taking us through the Philippines, and then in the South China Sea, where it could intensify to potentially a typhoon as we get towards the day 5 period. Now moving on to the Pagasa cone, you can see they show a very similar thing once it gets out of their area of responsibility, becoming a typhoon in the South China Sea. So we do have to watch Conson even after it makes its way through the Philippines. The sea surface temperatures really for its whole life are not going to be an issue at all. They're generally 29 to 30 degrees Celsius, so even in between islands, it's possible that this storm maintains strength or even strengthens slightly in between those islands in the Philippines. The HWRF model guidance products were not available, so I went ahead and put this on here. This is the 12-hour forecast of storm surge from Pagasa, showing general amounts of surge, less than a meter it looks like from what I can tell on there, maybe near a meter in some locations. The models are generally saying intensification, but not really getting to typhoon status, but they might be a bit downplaying the storm right now. Wind shear is very low right now, expected to remain below 20 knots pretty much its entire life. Sea surface temperatures, they're going all over the place on that map, but they're going to be no problem at all. And the mid-level relative humidity, not going to be an issue at all, just below 80% for the majority of that time frame. And the current infrared imagery, you can see it's just east of that island. I'm not very good with geography in the Philippines. If I was, I would probably know the names of these islands, but it's pretty close to land right now, with that small wind field. Yes, it is small, but it is still close to land, meaning that those winds are still bringing significant impacts. We'll keep you updated on what this storm does and what now Shantou does out in the open Western Pacific. Stay tuned.